Hi, I'm Colleen,
And I'm Sean. Welcome to Travel is for You.
where we share traveling tips and knowledge that we have gained from years of international travel experience. Hi, this is Colleen with Travel is for You, and I'm here today to talk about the 5 reasons that I really love to travel and how I came upon this desire to travel. I love traveling. I love the excitement of a new place, of going into the unknown. It's kind of like I always equate it with opening up a present because it's like a whole environment and everything, a culture that I am not familiar with, and I love exploring that. So that's really my number one reason. My number two reason is I love to explore different kinds of cuisine, of food, and this is a very strange thing to admit, but I like to go to American restaurants, like as a restaurant, it's weird to call it that, but McDonald's, and in other countries, or some restaurant like that, Pizza Hut, even, whatever. There's lots of them around the United States that come from the United States that are in other parts of the world. And we like to go to those and see how they've adapted to that culture. Even I live in New Mexico when we're not traveling, and in New Mexico, you can get green chili at a McDonald's or a Wendy's or some places. And I like to see that. I like to see how those are adjusted in other cultures. So that's one of the things that I'm interested in with travel. I like to learn a little bit about other languages. I don't learn extensive languages. I'm not fluent in anything really other than English, and sometimes I wouldn't say I'm necessarily fluent in English. But I really like to go out and I like to learn the main words: hello, goodbye, thank you, please. Where's the bathroom? Those kind of things. And I love that experience of communicating with people when you don't have a common language and you're both trying really hard to communicate. And almost always, I don't think I've ever had a time when we weren't actually able to communicate. And I think there's just this satisfaction I get from that I just can't get from any other thing. So I really, really love that. And I also like just to be in a different place, even within the United States where culture is pretty similar. I just like to be in a different place. I like variety in my life. I'm enjoying being around. I came by this love for travel. Pretty honestly, my dad really loved to travel. He was in World War II and stationed in Iceland. He went to Beirut after that. He and went to school. Went back to Scotland and went to school. He went all over the place and just traveled and really, really enjoyed it. And as a college professor, it was a luxury that he had the luxury that many people don't have, and that is an extended period of vacation every year. So college professors, especially at that time, weren't making a lot of money. So we would go camping and do things like that within the United States, but periodically we would go overseas, or we would drive. For a long time with 4 kids in college and everything else, we didn't go on big expansive trips. But my parents would drive down to Mexico from Texas, where we were living, and we'd go to Guadalajara or places like that, and just have these really wonderful experiences. San Miguel, every place we went, we really enjoyed ourselves. And then they even drove down to Guatemala and beyond one time, just the 2 of them. So even when we were gone, all the kids were out of the house. That didn't make it any less desirable. I think it made it more desirable for them, and they were off and around all over the world. And then as we got older, we started taking them with us on trips. So many of our early international travel experiences, especially with our children, were with my mother, or my mother and my father. So I really enjoyed those experiences, and I want to pass that on to my children. I think I successfully have given them the desire to travel, and I hope that my grandchildren as well will have that desire and will go out and see the world, because travel really is for you, and we want to help make it possible for you to go and maybe bring up some of these reasons that you have. So please, if there's other reasons that you like to travel, then that's great. I'd love to hear about them. Please put them in the comments. Let everybody know what it is. I think there are many, many reasons. Some people like to run in different places, or, there's all kinds of things. I'm really looking forward to seeing what are the reasons you like to travel. And even if you don't travel, but you want to travel, tell me why you want to travel, because it's interesting. I really want to share that with our community and get to learn a little more about you. So thank you very much. And if you would please subscribe and click like, it means a lot to us. Looking forward to seeing you in future videos. Thanks. Bye.
About to leave, already packing.